Hey friends, got something special today in the mail. If you are a follower of field notes, collector of field notes, I don't know, maybe you just like using them here and there. If you're watching this video, then I can guess you probably are interested in these little memo books, and I've got a special pack here today. This is the Traveling Salesman. This was the 16th release from Field Notes. It was released as a fall 2012 edition for their quarterly releases. There was 8,000 of these made, and I just received a sealed pack today. And we're gonna open them. Yeah, that's right. These don't go up on the shelf or in a box with plastic on them for forever. No. We're gonna release these babies today. It is well overdue, and we're gonna set them free. So let's do that together. Now I wanna make sure, obviously, that I do not make any weird scratches into these. They will be used, but I want that to come a little bit more naturally than me just being careless with the knife here. So let's be careful. Ah, yes. A little thicker than I thought they were going to be. Let's see here. Or maybe my blade is just a little dull. I think that's good enough. Yeah, probably need to get another blade on that. All right, here we go. Setting these things free to be used, to be touched, to be appreciated, and not stuffed away so that I can sell them later. Although I do appreciate that there are people out there that are selling them so that people like me can buy them. Although I think sometimes the sellers are letting the price get a little out of hand, but these were a good deal. Made a little bit of a connection with someone who is in the middle of selling a bunch of stuff, bunch of field notes. And so I was able to pick these up at a pretty reasonable price. Now, one thing that I kind of noticed right off the bat here is the Field Notes logo here is not centered. And I wonder if is that normal? So let's take a look at the rest of them here. Obviously don't want to damage the belly band here. Oh, that's really cool. Okay, so they're all a little off-centered. Oh, a little off-centered and maybe angled to the left there a little bit. I think even the writing down here may be a little crooked. Well, that's interesting. Doesn't take anything away from me. Wow, these are neat. Let's see, let's take one here and open it up. I love the green paper here. Kind of reminds me of, let's see, hopefully it's not too bright. Let's see if we can fix the light just a little bit here. Okay. I wonder if you can tell. It's kind of a very light minty green color. Just want to make sure we're not getting too washed out here with the light. And it reminds me of some ledgers that we had to use. I worked at my family's lens lab where they made eyeglasses. Worked in the office and doing administrative work there. And we would use ledgers with this this kind of style and paper color. So it kind of reminds me of that. And then obviously, like, my dad was a traveling salesman for the company. I'd go call on eye doctors a lot. And so he would have his own ledger systems and specific to what he was selling. People would make those up and you take it with you, write down the orders for what they were wanting to get into their clinic, and we would make them up and ship them to them. So this is really neat. It's really neat to see this. I feel privileged to open these. Let these guys breathe. Let them be used and not just tucked away somewhere, collecting dust. Let's see, this says, all right, so here's something interesting. We've got the date that's the same as Field Notes on their website, being the October, so fall release in 2012. But this one says that it was of 24,000. And online it says 8,000. So I'm wondering, oh, okay, never mind. Okay, so they're talking about the individual packs. There were 24,000, and then the pack of 3, they were 8,000 packs. Okay, that makes sense. So yeah, if you have any of these, the Traveling Salesman, please let me know. And also, if the print, if the Field Notes logo and the 48-page memo book, like, print here, if it's slightly off-centered for yours as well, it's very interesting if that is on purpose, or if that was, just a known mistake, or something that's with all of them, or if it's just like a few. Please, if you have any information on that, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. But anyways, this is going to be one of my quicker videos, even though I guess we've already gone almost 10 minutes of talking about these, but I'm just so excited about them. This is the, I believe it's the oldest ones I have now. Yeah, I would say so. So they're valuable to me. No way was I gonna let these things stay wrapped up. I have no interest in selling these ever. If I can help it, I'm never gonna be selling any of mine. I don't collect to just sit on a shelf. To me, that's just not something that I'm into. Obviously, I have to appreciate people that do, so that I can get these that are no longer in print. But maybe you just didn't get to them, and you weren't using them. So yeah, if you're not using them, pass them along. Put them up, for sale online, and people like me will be more than happy to take them off your hands, for a reasonable price. I think a lot of times people do mark these up for absolutely no reason, but that's a whole other topic. Anyways, y'all, thanks so much for hanging out with me and watching this video, and I will see y'all in the next one. Take care now.